We are live in the Coaches Cafe on this Figured Out Friday. Welcome. I am your girl, Coach Regina, with Doing Life Well Coaching and Consulting, serving as your plant-based boss and your lifestyle specialist, your lifestyle strategist. We pull up every Friday to gather some information about this thing called life. We're talking nutrition. We're talking your movement. We're talking your mindset. We're talking your sleep hygiene. Okay. So I bring on my show some of the most amazing people that you'll ever meet. We have physicians, we have mental health therapists, we have people who have done the work and who just want to share that they've done the work. One thing you're going to get when you pull up here on Figured Out Fridays, you're going to get information that's going to help you get to your next destination. And that is to your best health, period. So let me say this. What you're going to get here on this channel, on my YouTube channel, if you see me live on Facebook and or Instagram, all my content is centered around one element, and that is your lifestyle is what's going to get you there. Pills, powders, procedures, and injections cannot undo what our lifestyles have done. I'm going to repeat that for everybody in the back row. Pills, powders, procedures, or injections cannot undo what our lifestyles have done, whatever that is. Whether it's your weight, whether it's your blood pressure, whether it's your inability to sleep, there are some things that you can naturally do most of the time that can get you back in order. So let's do the work. Y'all, February is Heart Health Awareness Month, and all month long, your girl has had interviews. It has been amazing. I've had interviews. Week one, we started out with Alton Weeks. He was 293 pounds, lost over 100 pounds, started his own business off medications. Then week two, we had the Tatted MD out of Jackson, Mississippi. So glad to have her on the show, sharing her story, sharing her transformation, how she had some blood pressure issues. Baby, she reined that thing in by what? The Tatted MD out there doing the work. Make sure y'all go follow the Tatted MD. She doing the work herself. Last week, honey, Dr. Rhonda Funches just dropped the mic on all of us. Honey, she said when she's tired, she just gonna let y'all know. And so she correlated a number of things that when we don't rest, because we lean into rest in your cardiovascular system. So when we had Dr. Rhonda here with us last week, she really leaned into how rest impacts not only your blood pressure, it impacts your cholesterol, it impacts other areas of your body that you didn't even know. So you don't even think about this. So as we close out Heart Health Month, I had to bring back the one and the only plant-based sister also, because y'all know I'm plant-based. I had to bring back my plant-based sister, Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown. Welcome to the Coach Cafe all over again. You are at home. So glad to have you.
I am so glad to be here. Thank you so much, Regina. My sister.
Yes. Let the people know where you're from and just a little bit about who you are, how you got to your plant-based journey before we actually get into our conversation, because we're really leaning into heart health today. We both have our red on. I had a whole other outfit that I was going to wear, but let's close this thing out doing a right and red.
That's right. That's right. I wore this just for you because it is Heart Health Month.
Somebody told me the other day, they was like, purple is your color, like not just your color, but it is your color. So y'all, I got red on today. You know, drop a comment. Don't I look cute in my little red too? LCSW. We're gonna get some clinical work done in here today. Got the clinician from this side, from your psychosocial standpoint. Yep. And then I got my medical doctor over here. So make sure y'all are ready to drop her some questions in the chat. She is here for y'all. Dr. Nichelle, take us out and start this conversation off, baby. Start this conversation off. Tell the people where you are, how we met, and just a little bit about your life.
Okay. So Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown. I am the CEO and physician of Endeavoring Family Medicine in Omaha, Nebraska. It is a solo practice, internal medicine and pediatrics. I also have a wellness center, the Endeavoring Wellness Center, where we focus on all those things that Coach Regina is always talking about, lifestyle. So she and I met in the plant-based protocol, the plant protocol, which is a nutrition coaching program. And we met there, became fast friends. We are on the same page when it comes to health and wellness. So I am honored to be back here again with her and with you. So I'm ready, coach?
We are ready. Listen, we're talking heart health. And it is so important because people are leaving us every single day, second after second, as a result of a cardiac event. And when I say cardiac event, I'm talking a heart attack, I'm talking a stroke. And in most cases, Doc, correct me if I'm wrong, but in most cases, these conditions are actually preventable.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Um, Heart attacks and strokes a lot of times are preceded by high blood pressure.
Mhm.
And 60% of the people watching you right now have high blood pressure. More than half of of women have high blood pressure, and some of them don't even know it. So yeah, it is preventable. It's all preventable.
When you say some people don't know it, like, and I'm just asking, I know, but how do you not know you have high blood pressure? Just helping people out in case
Mhm,
they're wondering, am I one that may have it
mhm.
and don't know it? How do you have it and not kind of know it? Or what
If
can they
you
look for?
if you don't go to the doctor and get tested, you might have high blood pressure and never know it,
Mhm.
because the high blood pressure, also known as hypertension,
Mhm.
the the nickname is the silent killer, which
Mhm.
means that
Mhm.
sometimes you don't have any sort of um, outward sign. Some
Okay.
people do have headaches. They might have changes in their vision. They might become dizzy. Those are those are symptoms of having high blood pressure. But
Mhm.
some people's blood pressure can be sky high and they never even know it.
Mhm.
So that's why it's important to at least go to the doctor once a year and get
Mhm.
yourself checked out.
Would you recommend that people get a monitor just at home and learn how to use that also?
It wouldn't hurt. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's get into this conversation. I thought that would be just a little nice tidbit to start out with. Y'all know when we pull up on Fridays, I want you hydrating every day, but make sure y'all pull up and drink your water. Do you have tea or do you have water, Doc?
I have hot water with lemon. Hot water with lemon. Because it's early, Regina. I'm up at 6, but I'm not normally talking at 6. So
Okay, get this
get
lemon
this
water
water.
in your
That's
system
right. That's
because
right.
um, lemon water helps to purify you and clean you out. So this is just water, y'all. So make sure you're hydrating out there. Drop in the comments if you're hydrating. Hydration is important to your cardiovascular system too. It helps to keep your blood from getting sludge. Okay. All right, Dr. Horton. When you think about heart health, what do you wish more people knew?
I wish more people knew that that is the key to good health.
Mhm.
If your heart is not functioning, what what's the rest of your body doing, right?
Mhm.
Your heart
Mhm.
is the center. That's the thing that keeps you going.
Mhm.
So I wish more people knew that the power um, to have good heart health resides in them. You
Mhm.
know, you don't necessarily need medications, like you said, powders,
Mhm.
pills, potions,
Mhm.
injections.
Mhm.
You don't
Mhm.
need all of that in order to have a healthy heart in
Mhm.
a lot of cases. Now, sometimes you do. Sometimes
Mhm.
you need medicines, and when that is the case, then certainly take them as prescribed,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you exercise, that is working on your cardiovascular system.
Mm-hmm.
If you eat good, healthy foods,
Mm-hmm.
that is what you can do as an individual, as a human being, to work on your heart health. The power lies within us. That's what I want people to know.
Dr. Nichelle Horton just informed us that the power relies in us.
Mm-hmm.
Your doctor does not make you well. Coach
Uh-uh.
Regina does not make you well. Your siblings does not make you well. Your spouse cannot make you well. Your grandchildren cannot make you well. You have the power. You have the authority. It all resides in you. Drop in the comment, it resides in me. If
That's right.
I'm going to be well, I get to decide. It's a decision.
It's a decision, Regina. It's a decision. And it's hard to make sometimes because our world is not designed to make that an easy decision, right? Because if you walk out your door right now, there's probably a McDonald's on one corner, and maybe you're in the South, so Chick-fil-A is everywhere though now. There's a Chick-fil-A down the street, there's a Taco Bell, there's all of these things, right?
Yes.
And so our world is not designed to make that decision easy for us, but it is still within our control. And it's one that if you make it, you prolong your life. You don't, and it's a good, healthy life without a bunch of meds and doctors and hospitals and procedures and all that business. Nobody wants that.
No, look, nobody wants that.
Mm-mm.
Y'all, and I'm gonna just go on kick it off and tell y'all what I like to say. If you don't work your heart, eventually your heart is gonna stop working for you.
Mm.
If you don't work your heart, eventually your heart's gonna stop working for you. And we don't want that. We want you to be able to work your heart. You ain't got to do an hour, baby. You can do 1 minute. I put out a 53-second video yesterday. So make sure you head over to my YouTube channel, catch that 53-second video. 1 minute, less than a minute. Move your body, move your body. Look, Doc, you said Chick-fil-A, baby. We fries everything. They even fry sweet potato pies down here. We frying pickles. We frying everything. So we do have some hard decisions to make. We like our fried food. How so into the ever them fried foods don't like our arteries. They will clog us up and cause some problems for us and to us. Won't it do it, Doc? Help us out, Doc.
Absolutely. It is. Yeah. And we as Black people, that's what we know, right? Because that's what our families have done over the years. They've passed these recipes down.
Yep.
They ate the way that they could in order to survive. But we now know things a little more than what they knew. We know that these fried foods, fried pickles will
What y'all frying in Omaha? What y'all frying in Nebraska?
not pickles, I don't think.
What?
No. I don't know that now, and I might get some feedback on this. I don't think I've ever had a fried pickle.
Okay.
But my folks come from Arkansas, so they probably did do that at some point. I just don't remember it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we tend to take things and add all these additives, and then we just absolutely change the way they're supposed to serve our body.
Yeah.
And we normalize it. Like we normalize, and we'll get to all that. There are so many things that we've normalized that we need to unnormalize. We need to, uproot and unlearn these behaviors because we can. My thing was I became plant-based. She gonna get on my butt, but Dr. Kimberly Smash. Shout out to Dr. Kimberly Smash. I was pescatarian. I had stopped eating a lot of things. But then when I discovered through my physician, like you said, going to the doctor, that I was borderline high cholesterol. Man, I'm like, I work out and blah, blah, blah. I run half marathons, all this right here. But baby, I was not eating all the best. I was
Mhm.
not eating all the best. And so I assumed that I was because I had taken some things out. But when I made those transitions, like when you learn better, you really have a responsibility to then do better.
Mhm.
Right. And so I'm trying to live around here. I'm trying to live and spend my money on what I want to spend it on. I don't want to be spending my money on medications. That's what I don't want. I ain't trying to do that. So
And the costs are going up,
yeah.
Regina.
Yeah.
It's I mean, you will have to decide, do I eat or do I pay for these medications?
Right.
So,
Yeah. And then the thing about it, if you're on the medications, your question to your doctor should be, what's our plan to get me off?
mhm.
Like, can't what it's a both of us, Dr. Nichelle as well as myself, we're lifestyle coaches. So if
Mhm.
you're on medications, there's a way to get off
Yeah.
with support. I have
Yes.
several clients who've gotten off their high blood pressure medications. Shout She gonna get me too. Shout out to my mom who is no longer on diabetes medication.
Yay, mom.
Yes,
You
she
did
has been.
that?
She did that. Last time I was at her house in Jackson last week, nearly brought me to tears. She's been on diabetic medication, sticking that finger for years. And in the last year, she did my challenge last year. Her numbers have been good for quite a while. They took her off her diabetes medications. So you can't, mom is 70, over 70. You can't tell me that you can't do it because of
Yes.
if a stubborn, my mom is stubborn, if a stubborn 70 plus year old can get off diabetic
Yes.
medication, so can you,
That's right.
32-year-old.
That's right. That's right. That is amazing.
Yes. Yeah. And I
Congratulations.
told her, look, I told her we got to celebrate, but not with food.
Right. Go for a walk.
Go for a
You know,
walk.
go buy a dress.
Go buy a dress.
Yes.
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 So you've been practicing, and I love following you because you have stars, you have, people who are excited about your health, about their health.
Uh-huh.
What made you passionate about medicine, and do you share your plant-based experience with your clients, with your patients?
Yeah. Yeah. So going all the way back, Regina, um,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the short version. My mom and my grandma were nurses. My mom
Mm-hmm.
was a nurse. My grandmother was a nurse's aide. I was 6 years old, and my uncle Danny asked me what did I want to do, and I said I want to be a nurse like mommy and grandma. And he thought for a minute, and he said, "Well, don't stop there. Be a doctor." And
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Okay, all right." So that was it. 6 years old. That was it. And I studied and learned all the things. I knew before I went to med school that I wanted to be a pediatrician. Then when
Mm-hmm.
I got there, I really enjoyed adult medicine as well. So I combined those two into internal medicine and pediatrics. And we're taught to treat diseases. We're taught to diagnose and treat. But I've been practicing now
Mm-hmm.
for over 20 years, and I see the same things every day. I see high
Okay.
blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
heart disease, high cholesterol,
Mm-hmm.
obesity. Those are pretty much the 5 things that I see every
Mm-hmm.
single day. And I'm like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way than just handing out medicines and
Mm-hmm.
people coming back every 3 months not having made much change, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then having my own practice, having my own family, a husband, 3 children, busy life. Over the years, I gained weight too.
Okay.
And I was, it's hard to tell somebody, well, you need to eat right and exercise, and I'm not doing that myself, right? So I decided I had to do something because I can't keep going this way. I cannot keep going this way. And I found Lisa's coaching program,
Mm-hmm.
and I I actually during the pandemic, my husband and I we got into comedic yoga, and the comedic yoga is yoga based upon the hieroglyphs of the pyramids in Egypt. So
Okay.
it's an Afrocentric focused yoga. And we did an intensive, and the teacher said, if you really want to take your yoga practice to the next level, you should change the way that you eat. And so that is what started me on the plant-based journey.
Mm.
And I've really just taken to it because I felt so much better. And then I started Lisa's program. I
Mm-hmm.
started exercising 5 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
and I lost 60 pounds myself, and I've kept it off. And do my patients know about my plant-based journey? Absolutely. They come in, they're like, oh my gosh, you're going to talk to me about plants again. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they
Yes.
tired of me, but they're getting the message. They're
Mm-hmm.
understanding that, you know, the power resides in them, and it depends on what you put into your body. These
Mm-hmm.
medicines aren't going to do the trick. They are designed to buy you time. I tell my folks,
Mm.
medicines are designed to buy you time in order for you to make those lifestyle changes.
Mm. I
That's
like the way you put that. Medicine is designed to buy you time.
mhm.
Drop that in the comments. Medicine is not designed to be long term. You should not be on any medication 20 and 30 years. But correct me if I'm wrong, Doc. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, no. The medicines that we're treating now, some things, yes. If you have type 1 diabetes, you're going to be on insulin forever because your body needs that,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you just developed high blood pressure 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
you can certainly come off of that. It's not because of your
Mm-hmm.
genetics, it's because of what you're eating and how
Mm-hmm.
you're moving or not moving.
Yep.
That's where it comes from. So you change those things, you get off the medicine, you save that money, you know, do what you want to do with it, right?
Get out the meds, do what you want. Spend that money on what you want to spend it on. Stop giving that money to the people that already got money.
Right.
Doc, tell us, because you've been practicing a long time. Tell us one thing, and you're seeing the same thing repeatedly in your office.
Hmm.
Tell us one thing that really kind of breaks your heart when it comes to cardiovascular care.
Hmm. One thing that breaks my heart is the fact that people honestly have resigned themselves to a life of mediocrity,
Okay.
you know, because when you are taking all these medications and when your health is less than optimal, you are not walking in your purpose in the
Mm-hmm.
best way that you can.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a job to do here on this earth. That's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're focused on your health or when your health is not optimal, how are you fulfilling that purpose? That's the thing that breaks my heart. Everybody has something. They have a a, a business to start. They have a book to write. They have, you know, something. They have something to do. But it's hard to do those things when you're sick.
Mm.
And
Lo-
that's what breaks my heart.
that it breaks. It's heartbreaking when you're not well enough to do your to take up your assignment.
Exactly.
You're too sick and you're tired to walk into your God-given assignment.
Right.
And so we're inviting you to take up space today, like today,
Today.
not tomorrow. What
Mm-mm.
up, Dr. Rhonda Funches? Listen, Rhonda Funches just joined the audience over here, y'all. But y'all take up space today. One thing that you can actually do today to
Take up
shift. Yeah. Dr. Nichelle, it's one thing that they can do. They don't have to do
oh,
all the things.
one
Like they
thing
don't
that,
have to do all the things, do it.
no, one thing that you can do today is go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
That's easy.
Go for a walk.
It doesn't have to
We
be a power walk. It doesn't have to be an hour-long walk. You can walk to the corner and back.
Yep.
If you're not a walker, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can walk to the corner and back.
Mm-hmm.
You can go for a 10-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
Just
And if you can't walk that long, they actually have those little machines. What
oh
up,
yeah,
Doctor? What up, D out of Dallas? They actually have those. If you have limited mobility, they actually have those little foot
yep,
machines that you can actually utilize and work your arms because they have the bands attached to them so that you can have better mobility for your cardiovascular system. Because we do recognize people are in different phases of their health. You may actually have limited mobility.
Yep.
But it does not stop you from being able to move completely.
Right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
just to put out the recommendation,
Okay.
the goal for cardiovascular health is 150 minutes per week of moderate exercise.
Okay.
Now, you can split that up any way you want to.
Okay.
That could be 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That could be 15 minutes twice a day, 5 days a week. You can split it up. It could be 2 hours on the weekend. It doesn't matter how you get it in. That's the recommendation. Plus 2 days of resistance work or 75 minutes of high intensity exercise and 2 days of resistance work. So that is the goal. That's where we're trying to get to. But we start where we are. So if you're sitting on the couch and you don't move at all, you're not going to 150 minutes in 1 week, but you can go to 30.
That's right. That's right. We can do something. We can do something. If you can't do 5 minutes, I done told you I got a 53-second video I dropped yesterday on Instagram. You can do a minute, baby. And movement does not necessarily mean exercise. Movement can mean cleaning your house at an intense rate, cleaning your house, out there in that yard, dancing, because we like to move. In the kitchen, baby, you might be doing your thing while you working up that meal. So movement, being active in your body. So I love that.
It all counts.
Yeah. So we're talking, we're having this heart health conversation. And you already gave the stats. We know and or love somebody that has a cardiac condition with this high blood pressure. They've had a stroke or they're on some kind of, we know somebody that's sort of kind of the unfortunate reality. And there are things that we're dropping that we can do to reclaim the reclaimable. Like we can reclaim everything that has been perceived to have been stolen away from us. Like our health has been stolen. No, let me tell y'all what my husband keep telling me. Ain't nothing sneaking up on us. So ain't nobody stole it. We gave it away.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like the weight ain't sneak up on you, Regina. Like high cholesterol didn't sneak up on you, Regina. Like, this stuff ain't sneaking up on you. You just ignoring the things. Stop ignoring the things. So we're inviting into this conversation with this raw red on, bringing it to you on this last Figured Out Friday, where February is Heart Health Awareness Month. Stop allowing things to quote unquote sneak up on us, because they ain't sneaking up on us. They are walking with us. So we're going to pump the brakes and pause. Here's your awareness. Here is your awareness. Here is your awareness. It ain't sneaking up on you. It didn't sneak up on me. But when she told me, I really was bamboozled when Dr. Smash said you borderline high cholesterol, mainly because I was a runner and I was eating decent. So I had to start paying attention to the ingredients and paying more attention to the foods that I was eating, like you said. So, So, Dr. Brown.
Yes, ma'am.
In this world of heart health, people, is heart disease, because people like to say, like, it runs in my family. Is heart disease something that runs in people's family?
Yeah, I got that just the other day. Someone told me that, everybody has high blood pressure. My mom, my dad, my grandparents, everybody. And what runs in the family is the habits, is the recipes that are passed down. Is there a genetic component to having high blood pressure and heart disease? Yes, there is. But is it bigger or smaller than our lifestyle? It's much smaller. It's like 10%, 10% or less will have a genetic reason for having high blood pressure or heart disease. So the rest of it, 90%, is about what we're doing.
What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Drop in the comments what y'all out there doing to help your heart health. Your grandmama didn't give you that. Stop.
Mm-mm.
Go over there. Go down by your grandma's house and go and apologize. Stop telling folks your grandma gave you that, your granddaddy gave you that. I got that from my dad. No, you didn't get that from them. What you got, as Dr. Horton-Brown said, y'all got them recipes that we so proud of that we ain't finna tell you because grandmama gave me this recipe and I'm not gonna tell you what's up in here. I'm
That
just
mac
gonna
and
bring
cheese.
it
That
and
mac
add
and
to your
cheese.
condition. So no, no, these conditions are 90% our lifestyle. We
Mm-hmm.
started the conversation saying that pills, powders, procedures, nor these here injections out here or any kind of woof-up potion is going to do what only lifestyle can do. Lifestyle got us here, and lifestyle is what's going to get it out. We're lifestyle specialists.
Yes.
Doc do lifestyle work. I do lifestyle work. Pills, if, and y'all just check me in the comments if I'm wrong, if pills could have gotten you out, would you still be on medications 10 years later?
Wow. Wow.
Holla at your girl,
I
Spody.
love that. I
Holla at
love
your girl. If pills could have got you out of the condition, would you be on pills 10 years, 20 years later? That's a good question.
That is a
So,
good question. Ooh, I'm gonna look. My patients are gonna hear that. I love that.
I mean, think about it. So
Mhm.
I'm just gonna shout out DJ Love. That's my mama name, but I wouldn't say that to her face. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna shout out DJ Love, who had been on diabetic medication for years, who is no longer on it. You know, at some point, you don't become a pesterer. You allow people to live and do the work. I feel like I started pestering her, like, you know, you need to do something about it. We want you here. I don't want you on dialysis. But like you stated, it resides in the person.
Mm-hmm.
The change resides in you. So I can't want it more than the next person. You can't want it more than your patients. You
Right.
can't want it more than your parents can want it for themselves, more than your spouse, more than your kids, more than anybody. You can't, as a provider or as someone who care about somebody with a condition, we can't want it more than they have a desire to do the work.
Right. So, Regina, can I ask you what made your mama change? What was it your challenge that kind of turned the corner for her?
She did the challenge. She was on her journey. She was already doing some work. And when I say challenge, she did an 8-week challenge with a group of ladies. And we know community matters. You have that encouragement. For 8 weeks, the woman had no meat. Can y'all believe that? Somebody down in the South ain't eating meat. So she did an 8-week plant-based challenge. And she had already, like I said, been doing the work. I believe what hit it for her, and she's on here, she can drop it in the comments if she's comfortable, but having a reality of, I don't want to be on dialysis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, my grandmother was on dialysis until she checked up out of here in November of 1986. That's been a long time ago. Big Mama was big, right? And she was big and she was on dialysis. So I believe that at this point in her life, she made a decision. I don't want to be on dialysis. Her kidney functioning has shifted. Her nephrologist has told her kidneys are better. So when you hear that progress, it makes you want to keep doing it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. I think the positive reports over time just kept saying, you know what, the small things I'm doing, they're making a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. They add up.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Congratulations to your mama.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. We're talking about this heart thing. What actually happens inside of the arteries when people shift? Not trying to make people go plant-based, but when they shift from animal products to plant-based.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So cholesterol comes from animal products. Plants don't make cholesterol.
Say what now?
That's where the cholesterol comes from. It comes from animals. Mm-hmm. So when we eat animal products, we're eating fat and we're eating cholesterol. Even the lean stuff, even the organic stuff, it still got fat and cholesterol with it. And when we ingest that, the fat deposits around our organs, around our
Okay.
liver, our kidneys. It just kind of encapsulates them. And the cholesterol deposits into our blood vessels. And so it makes the opening for the blood to go through, it makes that smaller. Yes, yes. So, and we keep eating these things and we keep adding to the plaque that is building up in the arteries. Once you stop eating, once you stop continually putting the cholesterol in, those plaques can eventually begin to go away.
Mm.
Yeah. And those blood vessels become a little bit bigger
Mm-hmm.
and the blood goes through a little bit easier
Mm-hmm.
and your blood pressure comes down. So does your risk for having a heart attack and a
Mm-hmm.
stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what happens. We reverse it.
Mm-hmm. So if it's preventable, then it's reversible.
Yes.
So if you got it, but it was preventable, then there is some work, as Doc just described, that you can reverse it. So, for instance, just one plant based meal a day can start to reverse your numbers, like one full plant based meal a day.
Mm-hmm.
You can start with meatless Monday for my first meal. But starting to make decisions that may not align with what you're accustomed to because you want to live longer. Not only do you want to live longer, you want to have a good quality of life.
That's right. That's
It
right.
ain't just about living because you can be 65 years old, decrepit, and can't walking on 32/7 medications. Or you can do a little work with support if you need it and have a better quality of life.
And that's the goal. We don't want to just live. We want to live and be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to just live. We don't want to just live. Can plaque really stabilize or improve with nutrition?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, it can reverse it. If you
Can
if
reverse
you
it.
have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes even, because that's the thing again with diabetes. People always think, well, I'm just eating too much sugar. I just got to
Mm-hmm.
cut back on my sugar. What it is when we eat, we're eating everything. We're eating sugar, but we're eating
Mm-hmm.
fat and we're eating cholesterol. We're eating vitamins and minerals, hopefully, too, when
Mm-hmm.
we're eating good, healthy things. But all those things get into our bloodstream. Fat is a bully. Fat says, I'm going to get to the cells first and just sit there.
Mm.
And that's what it does. So the fat pushes everything else out of the way and gets into the cell. And the cells are where the work happens. That's where we metabolize things. That's where we build our building blocks, proteins, and all this stuff. That it happens inside the cell. The fats are pushing everything else away, saying, I'm going to get in the cell first. And they just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
So the sugar can't get into the cell because it's full of fat.
Mm-hmm.
So it stays out in our bloodstreams. And that's when you poke your finger and you see your blood sugar is high. It's because the sugar is in the blood and not in the cells where it needs to be doing the work. You stop putting the fat into your body, then there's no fat to get into the cell. And then your sugar gets into the cell, and now you don't have diabetes.
You just done broke something down that I believe a lot of the people on here and a lot of the people who are going to catch this replay probably had no idea of. That is, diabetes is not a sugar problem, it's a fat
Fat.
problem.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And you stop eating the fat, which comes from animal products,
Mm-hmm.
and eat some good, healthy foods, some
Mm-hmm.
plants, and then the fat goes away, your sugar goes down.
Hey, y'all, we don't make this up. Remove the fat so the sugar can get to where it's supposed to be. Then it ain't just sitting on the top and you pricking and getting out it, seeing that you had what? Remove it. Did you just say remove fat?
Remove the fat.
So diabetes is not a sugar problem. You got the sugar diabetes. They need to stop saying that then, huh? It's the fat diabetes.
Yes, it
The
is.
fat causes the fat in the animal products and wherever you get fat from, but it comes from these animals.
Mm-hmm.
The fat is deposited,
Mm-hmm.
sitting, taking up residence.
In the
The
cells.
fat, the fat, Dr. Nichelle said fat is a bully.
It
Okay?
is.
A bully in the body.
It is. It just
Fat
sits
is a
there.
bully in the body. Don't let fat bully your body, baby. Take over. Get your body back.
Get your body back.
Get your body back. Fight the fat back. Look,
I love it.
put them dukes up. Put them dukes up. Honey, we put them dukes up. We about to fight this fat back so that we can have a better, a better lifestyle. And you know what? I'm so glad that you said it that way because again, I grew up thinking that diabetes was a sugar problem until I learned, as an adult here in the last year, actually. Now, let's just be honest with myself. The work that I've been doing to educate myself so I can be a better representation and share with people who may not know, again, that diabetes is not a sugar problem.
Mm-mm. There's
There's a bully out there that gives it the illusion that it's a sugar problem. So we keep saying that we have the sugar diabetes. So let's shift the conversation a little bit because this one hit me not too long ago. Well, no. Before we shift to rest, I want to talk about salt, oil, and sugar. How does salt, oil, and sugar quietly impact the cardiovascular system?
Mm-hmm.
Because people have this idea that oil is good, especially olive oil.
Oil is still a fat.
Mm-hmm.
It's just melted down, right? So is it better than some of the other oils? It's relative on a spectrum,
Okay.
right? But is it necessary for us to live?
Mm-hmm.
No. Is it
Mm-hmm.
necessary for us to cook with? No,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily. If you're cooking something, all you really need is a liquid. So that could be a vegetable broth or water,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So um uh on a spectrum, is
On a
it better
spectrum.
than some other oils? Yes. Is it good for your body? No. Is it
Ooh,
necessary for your body? No.
no, no.
No.
You done help me out because y'all we be going these arrested to the runts. They bring out the good bread
Uh-huh.
and then they get you a plate of oil
Uh-huh.
and they want you to dip the. I'm telling y'all what I know, not what I heard. So just start today. Eat the olive, leave the oil.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, eat the
Yes,
olive,
all of them.
leave the oil,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because oil is 100% fat. 2
Mm-hmm.
tablespoons of oil is on the average 120 unnecessary and unwanted calories, just
Right.
so you know it. So you ain't even ate nothing yet, and you done put 120 calories on in your system. You ain't even ate the food.
Mm-hmm.
2 tablespoons of oil. Most people cook with more than 2 tablespoons. Let's just keep it
For sure.
100, okay, good people?
For sure.
So you ain't even ate, you ain't even cooked, you ain't even counting anything else. 2 tablespoons of oil, you looking at 120 unnecessary, clogging up your arteries, calories, nothing but 100% pure fat.
Right.
Look on the back of your oil, it's gonna say 100% fat.
Yeah, it is. And we
Yeah.
just talked about fat.
Mm-hmm.
What it does, it's the bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And reality of it is, all these different oils. Somebody asked me, what about truffle oil? Those are just marketing things to get us to try something new. You
Yeah.
know, some other kind of oil somebody mentioned to me, but again, it's oil is 100% fat. That's the best way to eat the whole food of that particular oil. Eat the
Yeah.
whole food.
Yes.
Yeah. Last week I had Dr. Rhonda Funches coming in because she is I made up a word. She's a restologist. Like she practices rest in a real way. I
Nice.
recently really got into and better understood the need for rest as a result of, some things that I was experiencing. And so, how much, Doc, does rest, does stress, does stress play an impact on our cardiovascular system?
Oh gosh, a lot. A bit. It's a big, big part of it.
Mhm.
Um, y- and just the other day, I had a patient who is doing all the things. She's
Mhm.
exercising. Her diet is relatively clean. She, you know, lifestyle wise, she's doing all the things. Her blood pressure is high because she's got a very stressful job.
Mm.
And stress by itself, chronic stress, not
Mhm.
not acute stuff, not the I got to get this done now,
Mhm.
but the
Mhm.
stress
Mhm.
that is over a long period of time can
Mhm.
cause your blood pressure to go up by itself.
Mhm.
I had another patient. She had a terribly stressful job. Her blood pressure was sky high. She quit that job. Her blood pressure went down. That's the only change. That was the only change in her life. So it plays a huge part.
Yeah, there's a difference. Doc just said there's a difference in chronic stress and acute stress. Acute stress, time limited, probably less than 30 days or less than 90 days. You working on a project, I got to get this done, buying a new house, things like that. But if you're in a position where every day you wake up, you have anxiety, your
Mhm.
blood, your heart is palpitating, you got all these things that you're facing every day, month after month after month. We're not designed to live in fight or flight 365.
Right.
That's taxating on your heart.
Mhm.
So if you started the job and you were not on high blood pressure medicine and you on high blood pressure medicine within 6 months, evaluate some things. I'm not saying leave your job, but are there things that you can do to make some changes for your health?
Right. Right.
Because
Yeah.
we know that. You had a thought, Doc. Go ahead. You had look like you had a thought.
Oh, no, I was just thinking, we as Black people, especially, we live with stress
Mhm.
all day, every day.
Mhm.
Just being Black in this country
Mhm.
is stressful.
Mhm.
But we've got to do things um, to combat that stress. We have to be intentional about combating the stress because if we're not, it'll just sit on us. It'll just be there.
Mhm.
And we have to make real concerted efforts to do something about that.
Mhm.
So that might be going for a walk. That might be getting a massage. That might be going to sleep earlier and turning the TV off. You
Mhm.
know, ooh,
Mhm.
that's a big one. Turn the TV off. If the news stresses you out, turn it off.
Right.
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Stop inviting it into your system.
Yep.
Question: is rest really medicine for the heart?
100%. Yep. Our blood pressures naturally dip down when we sleep. And
Mhm.
so when that sleep cycle is disrupted, our blood pressures don't have that time to dip down. So it will just naturally stay high. And then it just gets higher and higher and higher.
Mhm.
So rest is essential for our blood pressure, our cardiovascular health.
Mhm. Yeah. Dr. Rowe just dropped in the comments, chronic stress leads to distress in your body, and chronically being in disease can lead to disease.
Mhm.
So your chronic stress over time leads to illness.
Right.
Disease in the body leads to disease in the body.
Right.
That's good stuff.
It is.
That's good stuff. Doc, are there are the symptoms for heart attack different for men and women? Because we got them both on here.
Mhm. Yep. So, the classic signs are the chest pain and oh my gosh, women don't always have that. For
Okay.
for women, it could be abdominal pain.
Mm.
It could be GI upset, you, you just feel nauseous all the time, or um, it could be headaches. It can be anything. Yeah. It's not necessarily a that
Chest
crushing pain
pain.
right in your chest. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's important
Mm-hmm.
to, even though we're talking, let's get off the medicines, it's still important to go see your doctor and have that good relationship with the doctor, so you can have these things checked out periodically and know where you stand.
Question. A good chunk of my audience, who knows who watches my content, but I do know a good chunk of my audience are, Black women. I look at
Hmm.
my data.
Hmm.
Let me ask you this, and we know that because you started this conversation off saying that African American women are at a higher risk and we have more heart attacks than our counterparts and even Black men.
Hmm.
Why are Black women at a higher risk for heart disease?
Black women carry a lot.
Mhm.
We carry a lot. Some people carry the entire family, right? They're holding it down. There's a lot of stress. We're caregivers by nature,
Mhm.
so we're always putting out,
Mhm.
and sometimes that causes us to neglect ourselves, and
Mhm.
then that stress that we've been talking about just sits and weighs on us.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that adds up.
Mhm. Mm. So with that, caring a lot, holding the family down, not caring for ourselves as a black, as a Black woman, um, what what conversation would you have with a sister that came into your office in that way? What would you say to her today?
I would say you're not by yourself. There's someone that is in your support system that can help you.
Mhm.
You've got to reach out and ask for that help.
Mhm.
And if there literally is no one, then let's find someone,
Mhm.
because it's too much to carry by yourself.
Mhm. Mhm. Be- Yeah, what I have found, and that's why I wanted to ask you that, is that we don't want to share what perceived to be our responsibility.
Hmm. Yeah. A whole bunch of us wear that S on our chest, right?
Mm.
It's almost engraved there.
Mm-hmm,
Right?
mm-hmm,
We got
mm-hmm.
it tattooed. We got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No. We're The days of being superwoman are over,
yeah,
because the toll is too heavy on our bodies.
yeah.
And if we and we do, we have so much, we carry so much, but what happens when we fall down? Then what happens to all these people that you've been carrying?
I'm telling you, guaranteed, Charles Barkley say, guaranteed, baby, they gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
When you become incapacitated for whatever reason and unavailable as a result of all you've been doing for other people, they're
Mhm.
gonna figure it out. So
Mhm.
our question to you, Doc, and I are asking and inviting you, why do you have to become incapacitated for them to figure it out?
Right. That's the thing. We don't want that.
We want you to put a plan in place for support.
Yep.
Prime example, if you are transporting people around who have Medicaid benefits, why aren't they using the Medicaid transportation? They could take a load off of you.
Yep. Right.
Or if they have friends who pick them up and take them other places, but they can't take them to some main places. They wearing you out.
Mhm.
We don't want to have hard conversation that says you go where you want to go.
Right. Yeah.
We're just trying to help you out, just practical. We don't have to carry all this weight and walking around like this.
Mhm.
We want to release the weight.
Yeah. Yeah. And a part of it is we enable people.
Oh,
And if we love someone, we want them to be able to be self-sufficient and to
yep.
stand on their own accord. But if we're constantly doing for them,
Mm-hmm.
putting that weight on our shoulders, then it doesn't allow them to stand up. It doesn't teach them what they need to do in order to live independently,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. 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 And all of these things have an impact, again, woosah, on our cardiovascular health,
It
right?
does.
It all has an impact on our cardiovascular health. Whether or not we have a good support system, whether or not we're eating well, whether or not we're resting,
Hmm.
whether or not we're moving our bodies.
Yeah.
All
It
these
all
things
adds
have a
up.
negative impact on our cardiovascular system, right?
It
So
all.
if someone wanted to start protecting their heart this week,
Hmm.
what are three simple shifts they can make? We're going to help them out. Three
Okay.
simple shifts they can make. If you don't know what to do, the plant-based boss and Dr. Nichelle about to drop y'all three simple tips
Okay.
to start today.
This is not going to be popular.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Let go of the cheese. Yeah. Right. But I love cheese. I love all cheese. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. Let it go. 100% saturated fat. If you want to make a small change, that's a small change, right?
Number one, drop the cheese.
Drop the cheese.
If you want to help your heart, dairy products are the number one source of saturated fat in the American diet, specifically cheese.
Cheese. But it
All
tastes
right.
so good. Number two, go for a walk. It doesn't cost anything. Just go for a 53-second walk. I didn't see your video. Are you walking? What are you doing, Regina?
I am. So I just have music on and I'm walking front, I'm walking back, and I'm walking to the side. And then I just start turning around, having a good time. So I just invite people to move and make it fun.
Yes.
Less than a minute. Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna send it to you so you don't even have to go look for it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's number two.
Okay.
Number three, do something mental. If
Okay.
that is praying, if that is journaling, if that is meditating, meditation will help to reduce that stress level. Some sort of mental, spiritual
Mhm.
practice will
Mhm.
help you to bring your cardiovascular disease under control.
Drop the cheese. Number one, go
Yep.
for a walk. Essentially, move your body. Number two. And
Hmm.
number three tip for the week from Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown is to do something mental. Woosah, pause, release, breathe, pray, meditate, journal. It helps to regulate your nervous system, help to calm and bring down the elevated blood pressure.
Yeah. So you've hit
Woo.
every aspect with those things, the food, the movement, and the mental and spiritual.
Yeah. So I love that. Um, it's beyond the food, as you all can hear. Your cardiovascular health is beyond the food. It's the food is a contributor, but it's beyond the food. We're gonna have to make a decision to move to our capacity.
Hmm.
Whatever your capacity is, you're gonna have to make a decision to move to your capacity. Meditate, pray, woosah, um, and doc. With all the things that are going on, cardiovascular, is there anything that gives you hope about a cardiovascular health? Anything that gives you like, because we know one in four, all the statistics, like, oh my God, it's doom and gloom. But is there anything that gives you hope about cardiovascular health?
Yes, being here on your show gives me hope because more and more people are getting the message out that the power does reside
Mm-hmm,
within us.
mm-hmm,
And the more people embrace that, the more people um, really start to believe that they can turn their chronic conditions, their cardiovascular conditions around, the more people will be healthy, you
mm-hmm.
know? And so just getting the message out
Yeah,
gives me hope.
yeah.
Yeah. We're in
Thank
a time
you.
where we've just got to do it for ourselves,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. The power resides in you. Those are Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown's words. The power resides in you.
Yeah.
And I say we go out there and we're going to recover the recoverable. They didn't steal it, we gave it away.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to take it back. We're going to take back our health without, if you have to be on today, pills, powders, if you're on pills, then what is your plan to come off that medication?
Yeah.
If medication could get your condition in remission, you will not be on medication for 15 and 20 years.
Right.
So, Dr. Nichelle and I both agree that pills, powders, and procedures cannot reverse what lifestyle got us to. It took lifestyle got us there, and it's going to take lifestyle work to get us out of these conditions. It's not pills, powders, and procedures. If you want to put your condition in remission, baby, it's just some work we got to do.
That's right. That's right. And we're here to help.
And we're here to help. Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown, tell the people how they can keep up with you. It has been a beautiful conversation this morning. Thank you so much for always saying yes, that you will pull up and share. I love that you have stars who come into your clinic. People are taking their health, to the next level, just being very intentional. I saw a guy the other week that said intentional. He decided to be intentional about his health.
Yeah.
It's not osmosis. It ain't gonna just happen. We have to be intentional. We ain't no little worms and butterflies. We gotta be intentional around this thing. So tell the people how they can keep up with Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown.
Yeah. It's the same on Instagram and Facebook. It's at Nichelle, Nichelle Brown, MD. Yeah. And then if you're here in Omaha, Nebraska, you can find me at Endeavoring Family Medicine.
Yeah. Give them one parting thought before we get out of here. What you want to tell the people about this cardiovascular health before we get out of here?
It's within your control.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. You can get off these medications.
Mm-hmm.
I say find a doctor who is passionate about that. That is my favorite thing to do, is take somebody off of medications. So I'm not a unicorn. There are others of us like that out there. So find someone who will partner with you and be be on this journey to good health with you.
Mm-hmm. Y'all, over here in the Coach's Cafe, it has been my pleasure. Your girl, Coach Regina, with Doing Life Well Coaching and Consulting, your lifestyle strategist. Listen, we're talking lifestyle to put these conditions in remission. It is not pills, powders, and procedures. Definitely not injections. Do the work. We got to get back to the basics of doing the work. Because that's a conversation for another day. We ain't gonna even get into that. Dr. Brown.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Brown, you are a no flinch ambassador.
Yes,
so
I am.
I will be getting your no flinch faith shirt in the mail, because you pulled up, you have lost and kept off 60 pounds naturally. And you're doing this thing. No flinch faith represents we're reclaiming our health. We're not flinching when it comes to our health. We're tired of flinching.
That's right.
So if you want to be a no flinch faith ambassador, baby, you got to get them pounds off, get control of your health, and make a decision. I will not flinch.
I love it.
I will not flinch. And so, yes, I will be getting this in the mail. Thank you so much for pulling up. Dr. Rhonda Funches is on here. I got to get hers in the mail as well. These are ambassadors on behalf of our health, right?
Right.
And then also, thank you so much for pulling up. I will also be putting in the mail your Making Boss Moves journal. This is a 40-day wellness journal. You guys can get it on my website, or you can get it on Amazon. Shoot it, definitely support me on my website as well as my merch. But you will be getting your No Flinch Faith journal in the mail for being a wellness advocate, for being a boss. Okay. We're talking making boss moves. What that looks like, everybody, making boss moves mean becoming a well soul every day. That's what boss stands for. BAWSE. We're taking control of our health today because the power, as Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown said before we get out of here, the power lies within each of us.
That's right. That's right. I'm so happy to have been here, Regina. Thank you so much.
Yes. We've gotten a lot of good comments in the chat. So thank you, everybody, for pulling up. We will be kicking off the month of March, as you all know. We closed out a heart health month. 3 things real quick: drop the cheese, go for a walk, and do something that's going to relax you. Meditating, journaling, praying. We're closing out Heart Health Month with that thought. The power lies within you. Take the step today, not tomorrow. Take the step today to optimize your health one thing at a time. Not all the things, just identify that one thing. Drop the macaroni and cheese. Even plant-based cheese have saturated fat in it, so don't get it twisted, y'all. Just because it says plant-based don't mean that it's healthy for you. Read your labels and read your ingredients. So pull up next Friday, 6 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time in the Coaches Cafe. We're going to start a new conversation as we're leaning into Women's History Month for the month of March. So we're going to have some deep conversations. If there's some content that you want your girl to bring forward, make sure y'all message me. Keep up with me on Instagram. That's going to be my name, Regina Lacking. My YouTube channel is Doing Life Well with Regina. Facebook is also Regina Lacking. And LinkedIn is also Regina Lacking. Dr. Nichelle Horton is also a coach, right? So if you don't need her medical support, but you want a plant-based coach, reach out to Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown as well. We're here to serve you. We're here to walk alongside you on this health journey, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So thank y'all so much for being here with us on this Figured Out Friday. It's your girl, Coach Regina. We're Doing Life Well Coaching and Consultant, here to support you as you navigate your life. So again, thank y'all for coming. Make sure y'all share this conversation out. And if you're not following me on my handles, make sure you follow myself as well as Dr. Nichelle Horton-Brown. We will see you all on